What is up, people of YouTube? My name is Soul Survivor, and today, got a little short vlog for you guys. It's kind of hard to make a daily or a day-long vlog in the weekdays because when I get up, it's pretty early, and it's hard to make a video because I have to get up early and catch the bus and all that. And it doesn't always, it's not always the easiest thing to record so early in the morning like that. Especially if I don't get up on time, or I have plenty of time to do what I want, you know. I'm not going to stop the vlogs. But yeah, the vlogs won't stop or anything. But even though there's not going to be any gameplay, it's Wednesday, so it's Walking Day Wednesday, is what I think I called it. I haven't done it for a while because I was expecting to be able to use my equipment that I got, my HD PVR 2, but no, it's not going to happen. Yeah, I can't use it right now because I have no room for it. I have an HD TV, it's small, but you guys would notice. And I have no room in my room for it, which really sucks. But enough of that. Let's get down to it. So, someone asked me. What did they ask me? They asked me, what if Sean never shot Otis in the leg? This is related to the TV show, The Walking Dead. I think that's first or second season. I think it's first season, actually. When they had first come up across Herschel's farm and stuff. Yeah, so what if Sean never shot Otis in the leg? Now, if you aren't familiar with the show, something happened to Carl, and Sean went with Otis to find somewhere to go to get supplies that they needed to heal Carl. Now, I'm trying to do this the best I can with no spoilers, you know, because I don't want to spoil it for you guys. But yeah, that was a lot of walkers. They were both injured because they had to jump from a 2-story window to get away from them. And they still followed them through. So they were both injured. And yeah, they were having to run from a bunch of walkers. And they were close to the truck. They weren't going to make it. You know, they didn't know they were going to make it or anything. And Sean, he turned and shot Otis in the leg. And so that way he could get the supplies that were needed to help Carl. To be honest, I see why he did it, you know. And he had Carl's well-being in his mind. But I don't think killing Otis was the only option, you know. There's always another option. Well, I guess sometimes there's not, though. But here's what I think would happen. There's different scenarios that I come up with. Either they make it to the truck, they get to the truck, and they make it back to help Carl, and everything's okay. And Otis lives to die another day. So does Sean. Air conditioner just kicked on in my house. So yeah, that's one thing that could happen. Or they were too tired and too injured to make it, and they died before they can get to the truck. If this scenario happened, they wouldn't get the supplies to Carl to help him, so Carl would have died. And I assumed that Carl's mom would have committed suicide because she couldn't live. She wouldn't be able to stand living without Carl, her son. This would have driven Rick crazy. Not literally crazy, but it would make him more reckless, if not commit suicide himself, because he had nothing else to live for. Because of his family being gone. So the whole family there could have died. All because Sean and Otis died. So yeah, that's one scenario. And well, that's probably the biggest scenario that I could think of, other than Carl dying, his mom committing suicide, and Rick living on, then little, excuse my language, little ass kicker, as they called him, wouldn't have lived, or wouldn't have even been born, because, she was dead. Yeah. I think Rick probably would have ended up dying a little later. He probably would have tried to sacrifice himself for, everybody else. And, yeah, that's probably one of the only things that could happen to him. Because, you could already see in the beginning, if you watched it, he thought that his family was dead, He had hopes that they weren't, but there was no way out for him. And, you could see clearly that he thought if anything, he'd kill himself because his family wasn't around anymore. But he didn't, because he found a way inside the tank. But so you could already see there that he was willing to commit suicide. Well, not really willing, but that was an option that he seen and he was going to take if he didn't see the hatch. That's probably a big thing, he would have committed suicide and the show would have been over then. Or maybe it would have panned to the other survivors who helped him, escape or whatever. I don't know. My biggest scenario, or the biggest thing that I think would have happened would be Carl dying because Sean and Otis died and couldn't get supplies to them. Then Rick's wife, Carl's mom, same person, would have committed suicide because, her baby was gone. And leaving Rick with nothing to live for but himself. And some men, they want to see their family. They don't want to live in hell, the way they were. So I think that's more than likely what would happen is Rick would commit suicide a little later, or put himself in a situation, or be in a situation where the only option that he's seen was to sacrifice himself. So either way, I think they would have died. And maybe, a bug landed on my ear. I think maybe everyone would have died because, for a long time, Rick was the leader, and that's how it's always been. So, yeah, come to think of it, if you don't really sit down and think about it, if Sean had killed Otis, he wouldn't have made it to the truck to get supplies to Carl. Carl wouldn't have made it. His mom would have committed suicide. If mom committed suicide, Rick would have probably committed suicide or died sooner rather than later. So yeah, it's a bad thing. I mean, it wasn't good that Sean killed sacrificed Otis without his own, saying yes, he wants to. Because, Otis was a good man. He wanted to help Carl just as much as Sean did, if not more. Because he, felt obligated to, because he felt bad about shooting Carl. So, that, I don't know. That's likely, that's really all I could think about that would happen, So, yeah, leave a like, comment, that kind of thing. And, yeah, leave a like, and comment, share my videos with your friends, and don't forget to